Marco Aliberti, Senior Research Fellow at the European Space Policy Institute. Thank you very much indeed for speaking to us here on France 24. What exactly is the UAE hoping to achieve with this mission?
Well, there is a plethora of consideration at play here with this mission. First of all, we don't have to forget that it is a scientific mission. So the first objectives are related to the study of the Mars atmosphere. However, the real underlying intentions have, I would say, a political natures. So space achievements have always been a status marker. This was true in the 60s and still holds true today. So for the UAE, joining the club of the nations, having successfully sent missions to Mars, will be a big achievement, an achievement that will signal their entry in the club of the space powers, basically. There are also other considerations that are related to the UAE economy, as well as industrial considerations related to the development of a robust and commercially competitive space industry.
And just how dangerous is this mission? What's the likelihood it will achieve what it's setting out to do?
So the mission, any exploration mission, and especially Mars exploration missions, are by default ultra-hazardous activities. Over the past 60 years, there have been only a handful of players aiming to successfully orbit or land or rove on the Mars soil, basically. So the likelihood of a potential failure is actually high. But we will see this in due course. The entry into the Mars atmosphere is expected to take place by the end of February 2021. So the launch was successful. We are going to check the different phases through which the spacecraft is going to pass. And we will have a final entry only in 6 months, in a 6 months time frame.
We'll be watching it very closely. Now, there are two other Mars missions planned for the coming days and weeks by China and the United States. What do their missions consist of as far as the scientific research is concerned?
So actually, China is about to launch within this week. The launch window will open on the 23rd of July, the Tianwen Mars mission. Unlike the Hope Mars mission of the United Arab Emirates, Tianwen-1 is an extremely ambitious robotic exploration mission that aim to complete not only orbiting, but also landing and roving on Mars, and to obtain scientific exploration data on the red planet, all in one mission. So unlike other countries, such as, for instance, the UAE or the US in the past, or Soviet Russia, etc., Tianwen basically aims to achieve all these objectives at once.
And
so this will
sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Sorry, there's a slight delay on the line.
Go ahead.
So my question was, how exactly do you think we should understand this sudden global surge in interest concerning Mars?
So there are many voices actually among space analysts, about the emergence or re-emergence of competitive trends in space exploration. This has been visible, especially with regard to robotic exploration missions to the moon, and in part on human spaceflight. China, I would say, is at the center of these calculations. Although on the Chinese side, there has, first of all, no interest in an open competition, actually, nor an interest in achieving any of its objectives before other countries. Be this as it may, from an international perspective, especially from the United States perspective, the expansion of Chinese ambitions has been interpreted as a direct threat to their leadership. And many actually within the US have warned about the possibility for the US to lose this new space race.